Hey guys, this is Max and welcome to another episode of Analog Insights. In today's episode, my friend Greg and I will review the Oberwerth Freiburg, which is a beautiful, high-quality, lightweight and compact camera bag that is particularly well suited for analog cameras. Careful viewers of this channel might have noticed that this is my second Oberwerth bag, so it's really about time to take a closer look at this brand and this particular camera bag, of course. So let's dive in there. Oberwerth stands for 100% handmade in Germany. So naturally these bags are a little bit more expensive, but at the same time what you get are premium high quality camera bags that are actually created by artisans here in Germany. What I personally like most about Oberwerth is the classic line of camera bags, which really lives up to its name in my opinion, because what you get are beautifully designed gentleman style camera bags that keep your valuable equipment safe despite the good looks. And as most of you know, this can sometimes really interfere with each other, and with many camera bags you get either or. With the classic line, they are mostly named for German cities. So for instance, there is a smaller Oberwerth Bayreuth, which I already own, a smaller bag that mostly fits just one camera, but there are also much bigger bags like the Heidelberg, for instance, where you can get all sorts of large equipment in there. I personally settled for the Oberwerth Freiburg, and I will show you in a minute why and what you can fit in there. And this bag comes in a couple of different versions, so you can select and get it as a mixture of brown or black leather and then corduroy in either black, green or brown, or you can get an all leather version that is completely made out of cowhide, 100% in either black or brown. As you can see, I settled on the version with brown cowhide and black corduroy, which is a very sturdy and beautiful material. And in this combination it weighs around 840 grams, and the dimensions of the bag, as already indicated, are really perfect in my opinion. So in this case it's 26.5 to 20 to 10.5 centimeters. And this combination of weight and size really suits me well for longer photo walks and portrait sessions, and it's exactly the kind of size that I was looking for, and that fits the kind of or amount of equipment that I usually take along on an analog photo shoot. Despite being relatively small and light, the camera bag comes with all sorts of compartments and room for storage. Most importantly, it features a cushioned insert that protects your gear against all sorts of shocks. Interestingly, this insert can be closed using so-called Velcro strings and then taken out of the bag, and it protects all its contents against wind and water in that situation. So what you could potentially do is get an additional insert and store some of your gear in this insert. And if on a particular day you decide you want to take other gear with you, you could simply exchange the insert. And that of course is a great idea, but it also requires that you invest in this particular camera bag system and the inserts as well. But I found it worth mentioning and also very interesting. And what I also wanted to mention is that it comes with a additional compartment on the backside for an 11-inch tablet, which is of course kind of common today in this digital day and age. But of course you can also use this for a classic printed book or a traditional notebook if you are a bit more like me. On the front compartment, that is well suited for storing film, for instance. Both medium format and typical 35mm works great in my opinion, or the book that you're carrying, as long as it's not too big, a pen, a notebook, or even, as in my case, some wireless earbuds as well. What I also like is to store, for instance, a sunglasses case or something like that in that cushioned insert, or some additional filters or things like that. Last but not least, the bag even features a little or two little slots for SD cards, which of course is particularly good if you are a digital shooter or, like me, occasionally use a digital camera for shooting video. Last but not least, I wanted to mention the shoulder strap, which is really sturdy because it's made to protect the camera bag of any kind of theft. So it's virtually impossible to cut it through because of the sturdy material that it's made of. And that, in my opinion, is great, but at the same time it's also a downside, and I will talk about that in a minute a bit more. As is common for such bags, the inner pads can be adjusted to your liking and rearranged or left out if you need more space in one of the compartments. And what Greg and I did, of course, is explore the packing options that we could potentially have, and wanted to share some of the ones that we really liked. So for instance, what you could do is take two Leica M cameras with you, one with a 35mm attached or a different lens attached, and the other one here, in this case, a Leica M4 with a 50mm vintage Summicron attached. Then add some additional film or even an additional lens if you wanted to. What also worked great is putting a single lens reflex camera in there with an entire set of lenses. So basically one attached and then two additional lenses. And then there would still be room for film or a book or whatever you wanted to carry with you. And last but not least, and I was really surprised by that, is that you can even fit in some smaller medium format cameras as well. So what we did here, for instance, is fit a Hasselblad SWC in there. And what I tried as well is to fit a Mamiya 645 in there. That's also really working great. So if you're looking for a bag that is not just well suited for 35mm cameras of all sorts, but might potentially also work for small to medium format, this really works out great as well. And as you can see, there's always room for some additional film or a pen and notebook or classic book or whatever you need to take with you. And in my case, sometimes my favorite combination is basically to have just one camera and one lens, but then bring along some additional film and my sunglasses in the summer and things like that, and even a notebook and a book and things like that. So for me, it's not just a camera bag, but also for all sorts of things and accessories that I might want to carry if I want to sit down in a cafe and read or write down some notes for a video or whatever comes up. This I consider really useful. So what are the pros and cons of this camera bag, all based on my personal impression, of course. On the pro side, I just have to mention that this camera bag feels like it's made to last. To last for a long time. So for instance, when I opened the bag for the first time and explored the different compartments, I came across a little white piece of paper. And it turns out that this is basically a guarantee card that I can use to register my Oberwerth product online. And that would mean that I would get a lifelong guarantee. So whenever I encounter any kind of problem with the material, for instance, I can send the bag in and get it fixed for free. And I found that quite striking. Or for the lock system, which I really like, by the way, they provide a little tool that you can use, and an explanation, a little tool how to basically service the lock system yourself if you might need to do that in a couple of years or months or whatever. So again, another sign that this is really made to last. And last but not least, the material is simply amazing. The leather is vegetable tanned, so which is usually a sign that it's a high quality product, so not chemically tanned here. And Cordura is just a true outdoor material. So this, so Cordura is usually used, for instance, for army backpacks and things like that. And here it comes in a camera bag and it looks great. So you can really rely on that particular material to be sturdy and to be solid. And the only downside that I personally found about this bag is the shoulder strap feels a little bit stiff because of the strong focus of making it kind of to protect it against theft and make sure that it cannot be cut through. It also feels a little bit sturdy sometimes, and especially if you put the bag down, it kind of curls in a weird way and it's not really feeling so soft. Of course, the leather pads do, but the overall strap feels a little bit hard and sturdy, too sturdy for my taste. But that's basically the only downside that I could find. Besides that, I really enjoy using the bag, and I'm just glad that I have it. It's just amazing. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Oberwerth Freiburg. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite camera bag is and why. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it and maybe even share it with your friends. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our channel. Jules, Greg and I really appreciate it and are super excited about each and every subscriber coming our way. So thanks for watching again. I hope to see you soon. Bye. Oh, and one more thing in case you get interested in one of these bags, we have a 10% discount code. So if you want to make a purchase, just enter Analog Insights during your checkout and you get 10% off.